Yo, Souls of Liberty show, episode whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't count.
Yeah, man.
Infinite episode.
Yeah, man. Season 1000 already. How you been doing, bro?
I've been doing pretty good, man. I've been having a lot of turmoil on the work front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all gonna work out. They can't stop me.
Work always sucks.
Yeah.
Even when work is going great, it always sucks. Isn't that the funny thing about it?
But we building, man. Shout out to all the kids. Make sure y'all vote tomorrow, right? Or
voting will be live. I don't know if when. Yeah.
Yeah, when this come out, you'll be voted already.
Yeah. So go check my Instagram, Big Esco. Voting for the jerseys has started. We're gonna make some dope jerseys for the students this year. I don't know if you saw in the previous episode, we talked about it. Shout out to my boy Goes on Shungdu.
Yeah, we gonna pay our bills out front. August 25th.
Yeah.
August 25th.
And clean up the streets.
Back 20,000 hours. Yeah. Return of the Guys is volume 1 of 20,000 hours. We coming with more.
Yeah.
And like he said, we cleaning up the streets. You know what I'm saying? We got to start literally cleaning up the streets. You know what I'm saying? The only way we can.
Actually,
shout out to Coach Woods for helping us make that happen. We're going to be at Matthew Dickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all that.
Shout out to us too. You know, we got another song that just reached 10,000 plays on Spotify. That's what's up.
Yeah,
small victories, you know what I mean? We got to build them up. So shout out to all the listeners out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the day one supporters from like Long Locks and Nike Socks to now, bro. We know it's people out there that's been loving us, and we don't take none of that for granted at all.
Even if you're a day 2 listener, you caught on around Sexy Fine, because that's really like day 2.
Oh yeah, we was going up.
Sexy Fine was a real hit. Then you got like day 3.
I never forget them girls in the back of Jesse Auditorium standing up.
Man, I was just in Como.
Yeah, man.
Como is like Texas to me.
Why?
It's not like Missouri. Well, first, you can eat anything you want to eat. Like, name a fast food chain, it's in Como. Como got Freddy's, White Castles, got Popeyes, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Like Sim City. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's like that's what Texas is to me. Texas is
Sim City.
Like an interesting, weird place where it's just like you could do whatever you try to do. But that's how Como felt to me. And it was like, I could live in Como. I would live in Como before I lived in St. Charles.
Shout out to world champion Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, yeah, man.
It feels so good to know like real big time basketball players that we done known since they were little kids.
Yeah, MPJ.
You know what I'm saying? And watch their journey. It's just been crazy, man.
MPJ.
But let's get into it.
Speaking of world champions, man, the best. Now, I thought Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence was going to be the best fight of this year.
Uh-huh.
But it actually just happened in Montgomery, Alabama.
Boy.
Near the Harriet Tubman steamboat.
Boy. And, you know, you would have thought it was Bull Connor in their mouth. I mean, it was...
I mean, for people that don't know, there was a melee in Montgomery, Alabama on August 5th or August 6th.
I don't know the date, but... Hey, it went down. It's probably, I think that video slowly got viral. I mean, it might be a little. I don't know how long ago it's been.
Man, them black people was out there like WWE.
It was on the Harriet Tubman. Apparently, the name of the boat was the Harriet Tubman.
The Harriet Tubman, yeah, it was the Harriet Tubman.
And so, if you ain't seen it, so basically, it was a dude who looked like he worked there, older black gentleman, maybe in his 50s. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there. I don't know what he was, but some white dudes was tripping. It looked like they was tripping.
He had on the black slacks and the white shirt.
You know.
That gave me security guard.
It looked like it was some white boys that had a lot of Bud Light.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and they was just kind of feeling themselves, and they got to fighting with dudes. So he taking the first dude, and then an old black man started getting with dude a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't easy as he thought it was gonna be.
Now what kicked it off though was he threw that hat.
Yeah, he took his hat off like, nigga, what's up?
He threw his hat like, remember when
remember Bobby Smurder, like the picture of Bobby Smurder threw his shit up hella higher.
No, you remember when The Rock used to throw his elbow?
Oh yeah, threw it in the crowd.
Threw it in the crowd.
It was a lot of wrestling moves that we saw after this, but either way it go, they got the jumping, bro. And then out of nowhere, a dude get to swimming off a boat towards. I mean, the footage. Shout out to all the people that was filming that day.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got
the camera
more
operators,
views are coming out. You know what I mean? The commentary.
They're going crazy. The views, like you said, the angles of the fight is really what make the fight really good.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? Because you got camera A, camera B, camera C. And the commentary.
Like that.
Come on, man.
But yeah, so dude swam over to the shore. I guess we thinking he must have worked there too. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Cause they was fighting hard.
Because all of a sudden, a whole bunch of niggas in blue shirts
so
came
it looked
over.
random at first, like damn, like another young man that's black just helped this older man that's getting jumped by these white people.
But then the
rest of the niggas
up.
came. Everybody's shirt was off. It started getting real. The white people thought they successfully beat this nigga ass, and they was gonna go back to their day of drinking Bud Light.
I feel like,
and when they got back to their boat,
I feel like 12 niggas jumped there. I'm not gonna lie.
They got to with women, children.
I feel like it was 2 niggas for every white person for sure.
We started multiplying on their ass. Boy. We start coming out the kitchen and wherever the fuck niggas was working on the boat. That's probably why we was there, because we was just working. That's how it be.
You know what I mean? It seemed like some of them people though was just like passerbys.
Yeah, then at the end, dude with the chair got to going crazy, and he was just on vacation. He had his sandals on.
He whacked the white lady.
Man, he did that white lady so dirty, bro. He had to lock him up. Like I said, the police was like, "What? Come here, we go straight." He ain't trying to get nobody else now,
bro.
Like, go straight to jail, sir. I mean, he started going crazy. You know how like. All my kids that's, the 80s, the 90s babies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it was like watching WWF growing up. I ain't even gonna say E.
Wow.
We go take it back to WWF.
WCW, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they ran down like this. He was hitting people with a chair like he ran into the ring with the chair in a Royal Rumble. It just was smacking anybody white was getting it.
Oh my God.
And this white lady just happened to have freshly got her ass whipped by some other black ladies.
Black lady just teed off on her.
And then he said whack-a-mole.
He whack-a-mole right on top of her head.
And he finished her, bro. She grabbed her head like...
Damn. Well, Kendrick said, God damn me.
She didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm going to say she didn't deserve that.
She didn't deserve that one. Because even the lady that just had whooped her ass a little bit
she felt
was
a little
like,
bad.
damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the person that just whooped your ass start feeling bad because somebody else came through whooped your ass.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man. What a day. But that was, it was good to see, man. We needed that today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my boy Chops, my barber or whatever, and family at this point. But he SBI. But I sent him there. He was like, yeah, bro, that made my day.
Talking about that made my day.
And that be real sometimes, bro. You just want to see a good viral video.
That was our Boston Tea Party right there.
So we so from now on, black people got to be that level unified. We got to be Montgomery, Alabama, level, Harriet Tubman
level
boat.
Unified,
bro. Everybody turn your application in. If you know what I'm saying, if you ain't built for this, stay over there.
That's crazy.
But if we start being for each other the way we was in that video,
man, we might actually get something done.
That's
funny, man.
And speaking of getting stuff done, shout out to our Mayor Tishaura Jones. You know what I'm saying? I could be critical of her at times,
but we got to give it up when you got to give it up.
She one of us. Everybody been complaining about all these little dudes walking around with purses with all these guns out and shit like that.
No, I got a question. Like you said, we are homeowners, so now we care about the taxes and the land value and the perception of the neighborhood and all that stuff a little bit more than I did. I have another level of investment in it. How do you feel about like the gun laws and like how it impacts our city? You know what I mean? Because
first announce what happened, because for people who don't know what got changed with the gun laws, what Tishaura Jones just did.
Oh, well, I mean, basically, people could walk around just brandishing a gun.
Yeah, now you have to have your permit, a concealed carry or some type of license in order to do it, instead of it just being a free for all where you could just have whatever gun you want. Niggas be walking around with a rocket launcher and shit because you just want to.
They're taking advantage of the open carry.
Right.
Gun
so she
laws
made an amendment within the city, hopefully to combat some of this goofy shit that's going on.
Right.
And so, knowing niggas don't even probably know that this law has changed. And niggas finna be walking around and they finna be going to fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know, because it's rough out here. I'm not trying to pull up on a nigga who brandishing a weapon. But it's just becoming a style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I seen a viral video the other day that a lot of people might have seen. It's on Facebook at this point, so I know it's old. But it was a little dude. An older dude was like, yeah, let me see your gun, bro, because he was like, showing this shit. He was like, yeah, this a little 4.5, whatever it was, and he took the gun from him. took the clip out and gave him back the magazine and gave him the gun back on some big homie shit. Like, nah, bro, you tripping. Like,
right. Okay.
But go ahead and say what you were saying, though.
No, I mean, I was just asking you. Yeah, I'm just asking, like, how do you feel about it? Like, the law, like that kind of culture in itself, because I feel like it negatively impacts the way that young people, the environment that it kind of creates. Because it's one thing to be like young and want to hang out and do certain stuff and you only know what you know. Mm-hmm. But I'm even seeing this now with like some of our younger cousins and siblings and stuff like that. It's like, as they're starting to get older and mature, it's like, oh, well, maybe I don't just want to be the dumbest person ever. Or maybe everything that I'm into doesn't have to be like the dumbest shit all the time. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. I feel like it hurts the perception because you see that stuff on the news, like people showing the videos of like the kids walking around downtown, holding the guns and stuff like that. But it's like, I know that is it has from a perception standpoint, you know what I'm saying? And like from a safety standpoint, but it's like, what do you think is next? Like, what's actually needed to kind of revitalize? Because they build not the hotels, the apartments down the street, across the street. Built in St. Louis right now. The City Foundry, they building all these apartments. Like, you know what I mean? Is this a step?
They're redoing all the houses on the west end, and it's a lot of different compartments along 64 South. Probably almost complete, but south and north along 64, that entire corridor is seeing an increase in buildings and
because to that
modernization.
Point, I saw a TikTok. I think I might have sent it to you. The young lady was talking about how like capitalism promotes people living by themselves, and it's like they're building all these new apartments. And it's just like, where are all these people coming from? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, then it makes me just think as like individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do all these people need apartments? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't live together anymore, which is something that she brought up, which is super interesting.
Change, like,
but I mean, I'll just say, like, I feel like I was roommates with you for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it positively impacted my life. I can't be roommates. Go ahead. No, but for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, versus like, I even think about like my little brother right now. Like, he didn't have a roommate throughout these years, and I feel like you got to work more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have you can't really live your life the same kind of way. Like, you're forced to work more when because you live by yourself. More money, because you feel like you need to have this level of independence. You know what I'm saying? When it's just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, the city is just changing. Like, what is it turning into?
Well, let's go to the guns because we are way off for the guns. But like you said, the city is changing. She had to make that step because without safety, there's no America. You know what I'm saying? There's no business.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's no high level business where I'm in that mug and I feel like that nigga might come in here that's 15 and fuck our whole day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in St. Louis, it was the problem for so long. It's like the crime element made it to where it's just like you just want to go to the county or you just want to go do some whole other
People
shit.
Are totally turned off from the city.
Because when you downtown in Clayton, you just feel like, damn, this shit feel like not St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't feel that way down there. It feel like.
Do you think it feels different? Because I mean, we just moved back, but like the locals do not rock with the city at all. I would say the average St. Louisan in the metropolitan area is like against living in the city.
Cardinals playing,
it's not like an option to really be in the city. But
even though I think in our age bracket, it's starting to shift though.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think it's starting to shift just because they were younger. Those people who lived in Chesterfield went to college and got a nice ass apartment downtown or got a nice ass apartment in the Grove or Tower Grove, South Compton. All of those places are people our age for the most part. But are they going to raise their families
in the city?
I mean, like I said, the city gonna continue to change. When they get into that stage of their life, they might have options to do a multitude of things in real life, and it's a lot of houses in the whole city is gonna get redone.
Right.
So they might be living downtown or in Soulard or whatever, and buy a nice ass house, a 4-bedroom house in Fairground Park in 10 years. And
I will say that, like, me and you have been watching. What's the Indian bro that's trying to run for president? Vivek. And he talked about eliminating. Shout out to Vivek. Fuck with bro a little bit. He talked about eliminating the Department of Education. Which I was like, low key, that's probably real. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't helping.
They clearly not doing something.
It ain't helping.
They
Niggas
clearly
is
doing some bullshit
for sure.
up there. Yeah.
And we went to public schools our whole education thus far. You know what I mean? You in a program now
Shout
at
out
a private
to all the
school.
public
This is the first
school
time you going to
kids.
private school, isn't it? We're going to SLU.
Oh, yeah.
So, shout out to
the
you.
most I did at SLU before was hoop.
Shout out to you.
But
so, you know what I mean? Like, but okay, in the city, I don't remember because I wasn't here when Tishaura Jones ran, but I don't know her platform or her stance on education in the public schools. You know what I'm saying? Her child is in a private school in the city.
Shout out to Cardinal Ritter. I know y'all love Cardinal Ritter.
You know, but it's like, where does that stand? Like you said, I live in Tower Grove. I bought this nice ass house. I want to raise my kids in the city. I can't send them to fucking Roosevelt. Well, no offense to Roosevelt.
A lot of them kids go I know a lot of kids from Metro live over there.
They go to Metro, or
they in the McKinley, they in the you know what I'm saying?
Collegiate.
Just parts of the city, or they might go to other types of private schools. You know what I'm saying? They might go to SLU or wherever the case may be. And I guess I'm living in the city.
I guess to that point, it's like you would want to have solid enough education to where, like you said, some of those people should just want to stay in the city because of the lifestyle that it could bring, because of the fun and the adventure that you can have living in the city versus living in the suburbs. And which is like, living in the suburbs is cool because I get people wanting more space, not being on top of each other. But living in the city has its own culture and things too. And they're trying to fix the Metro link. But you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure out as culture makers in the city. And as we begin to grow and expand our businesses and, we want to have an impact, to me, the black and whiteness of the city is kind of what's ripping it apart.
Well, it's always been ripping it apart. Our city is kind of founded on black and whiteness and whatever the case may be. But, and it's just changing and shifting form.
Right.
So now, like I said, we know, like I work. Shout out to all the white people that be just randomly talking to me about their life at the ballpark. But I be working downtown, and I just you get to know people and just be talking. And so this white lady went to Riverview. This white lady went to Cleveland. This white lady, and it's like they age brackets and differ, but they was white schools. And we don't think about that because we weren't born. So we only know St. Louis black. We don't know St. Louis when it was like, y'all can live here, here, and here, and don't fuck with none of our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't have no recollection of that.
So now it's becoming county with it.
What you mean?
Like Hazelwood West used to be white.
Right.
All of that shit used to, now that shit, all that shit, Hazelwood East, Hazelwood Central, all of that shit is, everything in North County that used to be completely white is now completely black.
Okay.
And so I feel like the city, we was just talking about this not too long ago, like we're some of the few people, the Marcus Howards, the different people that we know are able to be black and live in the city.
Right.
And it's like gonna be a thing where it's like it's gonna become more like Chicago, where it's like Chicago is bigger, but I think that our suburbs is gonna be kind of like how they South suburbs has, become from where it was before.
I guess so let me
gentrify.
So let me say this then, and I guess this is like, North County. I mean, the history of it would be that all the business and stuff from North County would leave, and it's a lot of business in North County if you just being technical from it. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, how long will that stuff sustain?
I don't think it's gonna get to the point in the next 20, 30 years, because we just can't go. I can't foresee past 20 or 30 years in my mind.
Right.
But like, I just think the quality of it's gonna still be there. But the quality of it may go down. Certain stuff may close here and there. And it's not gonna be no new shit that come out there. That's what I mean.
Like in the north side, it just nothing else got built.
Because to your point, it's look at Riverview or that area over there.
Right.
That shit, the tower, we was little, shit, all businesses, Domino's, Nationals, everything was out there.
Right.
But the white people who saw the right on the wall had been gone when we was at that point in our life. You know what I'm saying? They had been gone like in the 80s.
Right.
And the lady told me from Review, her mama just wanted to stay there until her mama got sick. I think she finally said she moved away in 2006 to Chesterfield.
Okay.
But white people have been got up out of there.
Right.
Except, you know, some white people, and that's what's going on right now in Florissant. It's like, you got your old white people that still just like, whatever, I'm cool. I ain't tripping.
I guess to that point, though, I look at like, you know,
that, they going to be
in Hazelwood, though, like it's a lot of houses and stuff out there with people that's like, it's a lot of black
It's a lot of wealth out there, too.
But I'm saying it's a lot of black neighborhoods out there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, like, to your point, I'm curious to see 30 years of them. Because it's like I know a lot of people that do live in North County and shit that just are normal, regular people, and they are homeowners. And to your point, South Chicago is black. You know what I'm saying? They have
Where do
houses.
those people send their kids to school? Because I know a little boy that live in Florissant, but he go to Chaminade.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gonna always have your black people we gonna be doing our own shit within what's going on, but we talk about the average black family is gonna only do what they can.
And I guess to that point, public education across the board then for poor people is non-existent.
And so then you get a bunch of niggas walking around downtown with big ass sticks because they grew up wanting to be Chief Keef in them.
And I understand why you could propose eliminating the Department of Education and just spending that money elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not making no impact.
It ain't stopping us from going to
jail. And even on secondary education, they make secondary education so expensive that now we got a generation of people that y'all pimped out that can't afford to do nothing, can't afford to buy houses.
Hurt us a lot, like our
and
age.
They putting us in apartments. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like that's
our
what I mean. Like,
and a lot of that is also just ignorance too. You know what I'm saying?
No,
because
it's not actually.
I'm just saying people didn't a lot like the prices of college definitely went up, but it's a lot of parents that could have been like, we going to community college and we doing different shit. But everybody, especially I'm talking about with black people that I know, we all competing with each other instead of being Harriet Tubman. See earlier in the episode, instead of being that, a lot of us want to show each other up. My son go to such and such, knowing damn well you can't afford to send his ass to SLU because SLU 40 bands.
Right, you need to go down to. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Now, parents though might, is an option, but it's a lot more people that needed to go there that was just like, oh, I'm gonna go out of town and do whatever.
Right.
And now they are age and we in debt because. But it was options though,
right?
That we just not. It's a A+ program or whatever in the public school district. If you black and you want to go to college, you could take your black ass to Flo Valley or what you call it for sure.
Right.
So I'm just saying, that's the thing too. We don't be utilizing. That's what I meant by the ignorant part. Is like it's shit that's available that we're unaware of.
Right. And but it's just like it's gotten to the point to where, so much outsourcing the economy is at the point to where it's like everything is so much more expensive that we grew up in an economy where people had one income and they owned a house, sent their family to college and did certain kind of stuff and just had good budgeting. But now it's to the point.
Was a lot cheaper too.
But that's what I'm saying. Now it's to the point to where it's like it's beyond good budgeting. You know what I'm saying? Like you legit, if you only make a certain amount of money, like you can only live in a city where you can live in the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm curious. The Victor across the street from the stadium, the rent in there is going to be like 2+ bands, XYZ. So that's what I'm saying. Who are those people? Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're local St. Louis.
No, I don't either.
Because like you said, if you grew up in Chesterfield and you stay here, you went to Missouri or some shit and you just come back, you didn't move to the city.
You know what I'm saying? Say that for every single person.
I can't say that for every single person, but I would just say majority of if it's.
I'm gonna say you from Chesterfield, you can probably got an apartment downtown anyway. Some shit just for the game. The way these motherfuckers be.
I be down here.
But yeah, I agree that they coming from out of town.
Down here.
They definitely gonna have to in all the sectors that they building up. They building a new hospital. They building the NGA. They building all that shit. So yeah, the city definitely finna change.
So it's just like
they're expecting thousands.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're just a normal economic person, it's just like what is in the city to make you say you come from out of town, not to just live closer to where you finna send your kids to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna go to Chaminade, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna end up sending them to private school anyway.
We might look up and they build in 20 years, they done probably rebuilt the campus back in the city if it go up, shit. But it's not that far either to people. St. Louis is like it's a 10-minute drive down the highway. We be out there in Chaminade. Shit. Right. And that's what make it not I think as big of a deal as it may seem, because they done with having St. Louis public schools. Besides the ones that's there, it's not that many schools in the city no more.
Right.
So I mean, all that shit gonna be nice lofts and stuff. And like you said, and it's probably gonna be the culture of taking them out to West County. It's a straight shot. They might catch the Metrolink out there one day. You know what I'm saying? And it just get to the point where we're more of a metropolitan area on the Missouri side.
And I guess if you eliminate
going east and west,
if you eliminate public schools, it feels like you eliminate citizens of a certain class.
I mean, it's gonna still be public schools. It's just gonna keep being low quality. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but
I'm just saying, like, it would be a total restructure of St. Louis in the way that we've interacted with. Like, to that point, if it's just like 3 mega high schools, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it might as well be.
It should be that would make more sense.
It might as well just be like 4 big high schools, and that's it. Because it's just like.
But as the demographics leadership is like, the high schools in the county just gonna get back highly populated, I would think. It's still gonna be some black people that live in the city no matter what. But we went down from I think we were like 60-some% when Tishaura Jones took over office. I feel like I might be a little off. But now we like in the 40s, like lower 40s, I think.
What?
I don't got the stats in front of me, but the black population in the city is going down.
No, yeah, it's going down. So it's not like, the lower 40s, but it's going down.
Yeah, so it's going to continue in that trajectory.
Yeah.
And so
it's like the upper 40s.
It might not be that big of a deal because it's just like how many black kids going to live here. Or it might
and
get to the point
what I'm saying.
Or then public schools will be good again. And then they start sending and regular kids start, you know what I mean, or kids who are more American than our kids.
Right.
Will get to go to schools like high school was set up before they start letting niggas go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't start getting bad to win.
Well, to that point,
when did SLPS start going down for real?
Right, in the 90s probably, 80s. You know? So I would say on that note, we're all just trying to make the city better for Simone Biles to move to St. Louis. Shout out to Simone Biles. We've seen her getting ready to qualify for the Olympics. Yeah. We just want to give her a shout out because she is a St. Louisan now. We've adopted her.
Yeah, we adopted her. She came over to the team. Shout out to bro for getting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to resist St. Louis niggas, and you know.
She made the right decision.
Then her career been on the straight and narrow. She ain't been worried about what y'all saying about her online.
You know what I mean?
You know. Why Simone Biles and her boyfriend not goals?
You like my voice? They turn you on?
Why y'all, you know, we was talking about earlier, they was hating on Simone Biles instead of trying to get her together.
Should have got it together. Y'all should have been trying to lay it down for her, lay the edges. But, you know.
You know, we need y'all to swim to the shore, ready to fight.
Shout out to Montgomery, Alabama and everybody.
Shout out to bro who swam over to help his elderly black man who was getting jumped by this group of white savages.
It's crazy.
Good God. Alabama. I don't gotta never go. Shout out to all my Alabama niggas. But if y'all gonna pay me, I'ma come. But
true, yeah. Nah, shout out to all Alabama niggas.
Yeah,
we definitely gotta come down.
We wanna come, but I mean.
So if y'all for watching, shout out to y'all.
What I will say is they obviously got some ride or die niggas down there.
Nah, for real life. So all right, y'all. Sons of Liberty show. We out of here. Peace. Keep streaming the music. Keep watching the shows. Keep commenting. We love y'all.
Yeah. Surrounded by idiots, man. Shout out to the gang, man. Shout out to SBI. We ain't a clique. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Period.
If you don't, you broke.
Period.